Hey everybody, sorry, I've been gone for a couple months now. Nothing really bad happened, but let me just give you the TLDR and then we'll go re-enjoy the Blue Ridge Parkway adventure. I planned on going to California in like June, and then I blew out a tire in Oklahoma, and that was kind of my sign that the road trip is probably not a good idea. So got that repaired, went back home, and I've pretty much just been working ever since. Do have a couple of video ideas I'll probably be implementing between now and the end of the year. And yes, cut my hair because record high temperatures, trying to save money on shampoo, basically. Anyway, love y'all. Thanks for changing my life. Talk to y'all soon. Enjoy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Spencer Joyce's World. Today, we are heading to the Blue Ridge Parkway. And I think this will be the beginning of road trip 2026, since I'm basically not planning on coming back to Nana's house until basically April. I've said basically a lot of times in this intro. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm showered up. I've got Leonidas packed up, got my bag of clothes, my amplifier, my guitar, my computer bag with my passport, and I think we're ready to hit the road. Especially since Leonidas hasn't been giving me any issues so far. All right, 4-hour drive. By the way, thanks everybody for the support on the last video that I put out, the American Dream part. I'm choosing my words carefully here in case ICE is watching. Doing what I'm doing is gonna require a lot of planning, a lot of building up funds here in the States. Like ideally, I'd like to have $10,000 saved up, $5,000 for leisurely travel, and $5,000 to, restart. I hope y'all can read between the lines on that one, since it's been known since ICE is at some airports, or I don't know if that's still a thing, that they go through phones. So I'm not trying to cause any suspicion here. If in the next few months you see a few videos on this channel be privated, you know what's going on. Since we only need like 1 or 2 gallons, we'll use the no ethanol. There we go. Less than 2 gallons. Gaze your eyes upon the chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit from Bojangles, a North Carolina delicacy. Every good morning starts with that. Not every morning, because 1, you'd have a heart attack by the age of 50, and 2, it's another one of the fast food places that is still expensive. This with some fries and a large drink, $12. Still gonna eat it though. I will find cheaper options when we get to charity. Pause. I had to pull over in this rest stop because I felt a spider on my leg. Well, it was like right here, and I flicked it off, and now I don't know where that fucker is. Ugh. I really do need to clean out this car. God damn. It's part of my problem. I mean, I'm not gonna show its face just yet. Yeah, I need to invest in a vacuum. But for now, let me see if I have it. I have some spray that I usually spray to keep things clean around here. Ah, there it is. Disinfectant spray. Begone, Satan! Satanic spider. You're gone. Get out of there. Get out of there. And just everywhere else, too. I was planning on throwing that out anyway. I like it, but it don't like me, if you know what I'm saying. Well, now that that catastrophe has been avoided, and I think the spider is gone, because when I opened the door, something flew out. So I think it's that spider, or whatever insect that was. And I sprayed, so we should be good. Fingers crossed that there's no other bug interactions between now and when we get on the Parkway. Climbing up hills. An old car's worst enemy. Amount of times I've had to, it's between like 4 and 5 as I've been going up. I don't like that. But then again, I'm not trying to be speed racer up here. And you can see all the beautiful colors in the western North Carolina. I'm gonna miss that. Now, you might notice I have long sleeves out right now when it's, you know, warm out. And that's because, like, with the sun blaring down on me, I get sunburned really easily. Like, I don't know if y'all can see that in this lighting, but it's like a couple weeks ago, I went to a race at Martinsville, and it was, you know, 61 degrees Fahrenheit out there. And I didn't think I needed sunscreen, and I didn't even put a hat on, and, you know, I was sunburned like no one's business. Lesson learned. Keep sunblock with you and anticipate that you're gonna get burnt all to crisp. Something to keep in mind with my international travels as well. There it is. Sam's Club. Basically, Walmart's answer to Costco. So Sam's Club was running a promotion earlier this year where a year membership was like $15, and I jumped on that like white on rice. Usually a membership's like $50 or $60 a year, just like the bare minimum one. And I figure it would be a good way while I'm traveling to get cheap gas and go inside to the food court and get a hot meal cheap as well. So $15 well spent. One of the many meccas of capitalism. Sam's Club. Huh. Damn. Damn, my hair looks good. Bingo. 89 cents for a drink. Hot dog combo, 150. Pizza combo, 250. Pick up some stuff first. $32 for breakfast for essentially the next 2 weeks. Many people, especially, you know, Europeans that don't really get the concept of big box, you know, discount clubs like this. The idea is that you buy in bulk. That way you don't have to keep coming every single day. You do one big shop a week, and that way you have stuff for the rest of the week. As opposed to in Europe, and I even saw it in Mexico, a grocery store is basically like a third place, as opposed to a place you come once a week. So that's, hopefully that kind of clears it up a bit. There it is, Great Smoky Mountain Expressway. We're gonna be on here for another 45-ish minutes, so the appetizer for the Blue Ridge Parkway. Just look at all that. Well, that was short-lived on the Great Smoky Mountain Highway. Now we're taking an exit towards Cherokee, which is where we're going anyway. Man, just driving through here and seeing all the old-timey restaurants and gift shops and, you know, places of interest. It's definitely heartwarming with the backdrop of, you know, these mountains right here. One thing I am having to be very careful of is my speed. I mean, yes, it's 50 now, but like going back through there, it was 35, and as y'all probably know, if you've watched this channel long enough, I am a little bit of a speed demon, so yeah, I have to be careful going through here. I mean, granted, the Parkway's speed limit is 45, so I definitely have to abide by that. But besides, like, why would I speed through there and miss a lot of what the Parkway has to offer? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages and all in between, welcome to Cherokee, North Carolina, and one of its main attractions, the Harris Cherokee Casino and Resort. There's nothing says God bless America like having a chance at getting on your feet again by gambling all your life savings. Not even that. I might be eating my words on that sometime, but hey, we're about 9 minutes away from the start of the actual Blue Ridge Parkway. We are entering Great Smoky Mountains National Park, the end of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Well, it does say Blue Ridge Parkway next right, so I think we're in the right spot. Camping permitted only in campgrounds. All right, want to keep that in mind. Well, here we are. There we are. Welcome to the Blue Ridge Parkway. We are here on the south entrance here in Cherokee, North Carolina. This is about 455 miles, I want to say. It starts here in Cherokee, North Carolina, goes all the way up through Appalachian Mountains up to Afton, Virginia. That's the start of the Shenandoah Skyline Drive. Our goal for today is to make it through the section that leads up to Asheville. Get to Asheville tonight, and then Friday, do some DoorDash, do some busking, and maybe explore the city a little bit more. Then the next 2 days after that, we're going to complete the rest of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Fair warning, there are some parts of it that are closed off due to ongoing efforts to rebuild those areas from damage sustained during Hurricane Helene back in fall of 2024. So there'll probably be some detours we have to take. They're expected to open fully like late June, early July of 2026. But just with my scheduling and what I'm planning to do this summer, the timing just didn't work out. So I do want to at least highlight this, and fair warning, there's some detours and there might also be some debris still around. Here it is. We are here. So Asheville is around mile marker 380. So that is our goal for today. Not going to do every single overlook, but I already skipped one. So we're going to go in this one. Probably do like every other one, unless it's like designated like one of the ones you need to look out for. There, that makes it much more enjoyable. Sherrill Grove Tunnel. Probably not a good idea to have sunglasses on while I'm driving through this, but it is what it is. Rattlesnake Mountain Tunnel. Ooh, we see some snakes in here. Maybe my ex is in here. Nah. I think a lot of the overlooks are going to be on the left-hand side. So because I'm coming up the backwards way, I'm gonna have to be turning around a lot. Kind of didn't think that part through, but it's okay. All right, this is Big Witch Overlook. Elevation 4,160 feet. I stand corrected. One of the overlooks is over on this side, so I could pull in if I wanted to. Pull over here just to let this motorcycle go past. Because yes, the speed limit's 45 here, but some people don't do that. And I don't want to be in anybody's way. Especially through Bunches Ball Tunnel. Wolf Laurel Gap. Balsam Mountain. Let's turn in. See what's up there. It's a campground, a picnic area. Might have somewhere we can fill up on our water. Because still have this. I do need to refill it. I mean, we could wait till we get to Asheville to do it, which I'm planning on getting a lot of other stuff in Asheville as well, so... But it would be convenient. I don't know. We'll keep going. Okay, so that part says Blue Ridge Parkway, and then over there's Smoky Mountain National Park, as you can see by the other side there. I will stop off here because, god damn, it looks gorgeous. I think it's like the highest elevation. Yeah, mile high overlook. Estimated elevation 5,250 feet. Yep.
Maybe I'll settle down once I've healed from the hurt. Find a partner who understands my worth. And to my future child, I need for you to see that the new American dream is to live.
To quote myself from the Route 66 series, and just like that, we're back on the route. Or the Parkway, in this case. There's some foliage. There's some beautiful colors amongst all the seemingly dead trees. Just bad timing on my part. Now this is a point where you would... what are you doing, my guy? What are you doing? Where you would exit back into town and get supplies. So it's good to know that there's a few of those along the route, and I just won't be hung out to dry after we leave Asheville. Mount Pisgah is 47 miles, Asheville is 71 miles. And this guy, right in front of us, sitting down there, he has the best seat in the house. When I was passing through Cherokee, I did see a lot of low-to-the-ground trucks like the one in front of me. I don't know if there's like a meetup going on or something, but yeah, I've seen a lot of these. Pretty cool looking, not gonna lie. You can definitely smell the fuel burning from that. You won't get that out of this rinky-dinky Honda Civic. Let me know in the comments, what's this guy's name that's just on his phone, not even looking at the foliage around? Really enjoying the Blue Ridge Parkway for all it's meant to be. Look at that overlook. That's crazy. Had to pull off because, one, those gas fumes were just getting to me, and second of all, look at that! Look at all this! Well, let me get out and give you a better look. I don't even know what this outlook's called, but god damn, it's beautiful. Oh, Water Rock Knob is closed for the season. Damn it! Well, we'll at least drive by it. I guess that would be the turn right there, but it's closed for the season. Dadgummit. Hopefully the Richland Balsam overlook at milepost 431 will be open. That'll be a bummer if we keep missing out on things because it's off season. If it wasn't an issue of me needing to take motorcycle lessons and re-register it, get insurance on it, I would have just sold the car and got a motorcycle. But a lot of the same issues will come up of, like, you know, where do I sleep at night? I mean, yes, I can get a camp, like a tent or something, but finding spots, that's the thing, that's the holdup. Malpishka 35, Asheville 58. This is honestly really relaxing. Like, I'm not concerned about seeing every single site. I'm not concerned about getting to a certain destination in a certain amount of time. I mean, we will have to eventually, but that's future Spencer problems. But I got the windows down, no music on, no navigation on. I'm just taking it all in. And that's something beautiful about that. It's the Tashi Bald. We're getting up higher and higher. We're at 5690 now. God, look at that. There is a lot of twisty and windy curves on this road. So that's probably why the speed limit's 45. And if we want to take those curves very gingerly, that way you don't, you know, crash your car, fall off the cliff. We don't want that. Now we're transitioning into some of the more greener foliage here. Foliage fam, where are ya? I know there's some of you still left over from the Route 66 series. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the highest elevation of the Blue Ridge Parkway Motor Road. Before I tire myself out with hiking, let's quickly go get a thumbnail. Yeah, one of those will work. A little bit about the forest's decline right now, but it sure is a shame that we haven't worked out that whole scratch and sniff YouTube yet, because it would come in handy right now. These red spruces and Frasers smell quite nice. Now, unless I'm just an absolute idiot, I don't see the start of a trail anywhere. I would really like to do at least one hike each day, but I don't see like a designated start. In the comments, let me know, like, am I an idiot? Like, I don't see any, like, designated trail. Might be, not such a good idea to try and trek out on my own, especially since, I don't know, might be bears. Anyway. But what we're driving through now is the highest elevation of the entire Blue Ridge Parkway. So you could say it's all downhill from here. Devil's Courthouse Tunnel. Ooh, scary. Black balsam. I don't know how far this goes up. I figure, why not? Just see what's up there. Notice bear canisters required. Graveyard fields close to camping. This is Pisgah National Forest, so if you get lost, recreating in bear country. Let's drive up there and just see what that sign says, and then I'll determine if I'm gonna do a little bit of a hike. Alright, so this is Black Balsam Access, Pisgah National Forest Park. We are right there. I think I'll just do a simple hike, just over to there. Anything more than that, and I may not make it back. Not sure if this is the most white people shit ever. Me seeing warnings about bears, not having any bear spray or anything like that, and deciding I'm gonna do it anyway. This might be my last video ever. But then again, I might get tired and just decide I want to come back. That's totally possible. Experienced hikers who are watching this, let me know in the comments, what kind of things should I be bringing on a hike? I mean, obviously a tent, water, bear spray, I guess food, but not too much so you don't attract bears or snakes or anything else. Besides this, some of my other travel plans do have national parks in both America and elsewhere, so I just want to be ready. Look at that. Look at that view. Well, I ruined by my panting, but what the hell's making that noise? Oh God, I'm out of shape. You know what? I'm gonna climb down. I think this is far enough. I gotta work up to it. Hopefully I'll work up to it on other trails. Oh shit. This is the part that I dread the most. It might catch me falling and slipping on my ass. Hopefully that didn't get this video demonetized, but oh well. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. This is the part that I did not think about. Oh God. Okay. Well, it looks like I got my work cut out for me. Definitely because an idea I had of what I want to do when I eventually, take that one-way plane ticket was to busk and hike my way through Europe and then hike my way through the Middle East when it calms down a little bit, obviously, and go through Asia with my destination being Da Nang, Vietnam. Maybe fly over to the Philippines after that, and then fly up to Alaska and do the Pan American Highway. And in the middle of that, climb Mount Everest. I've got my work cut out for me. I'm sure people are laughing right now. I'm gonna prove a lot of you wrong. See, the hike down is a lot easier. I'm not panting as much. It's just something I gotta work up to. But we'll get there. Gotta start small, you know? There we go. We made it back. Alive. Every experienced hiker is probably clowning me in the comments right now, but hey, we gotta start small and then work our way up. And just like that, we're back on the route. Back on the Parkway. Damn it. I'm so used to Route 66. Cradle Forestry Overlook. Sounds mystical as hell. Just passed a sign that said Mount Pishka because my glasses just do not hold a charge at all, so I was charging them. It's Mount Pishka campground, but we don't need that tonight. There's food and then there's lodging here. Let's just pass it by real quick, just let you know what's there. Dismount here, walk to the bike racks. Oh, this is Mount Pishka Inn. So this is a hotel option I got quite a view too. The restaurant there, and I'll throw some other factoids up on the screen for you. This is supposed to be the Mount Pisgah picnic area, but it's closed for the season, so we won't go there. I could do the trail, but we've gotten our trail run in for the day. So we have two options here. We can go 500 feet to the Buck Spring Overlook, or Mount Pisgah Lodge, 10 miles. We're gonna do the Overlook. That's a lot easier. There we go. A few 500 feet. This is where we're at. Look at that. Shame to drop from there. Over back that way is the actual like shut-in trail, Mount Pisgah trail. I could do that, but again, we've got our walking in for the day. We'll hit it hard on Saturday and Sunday. And just like that, yeah, you know, I've used that joke like 3 times already. I think it was only funny about 1.2 times anyway. Be remiss if I didn't get Farron Knob Tunnel #1, because I passed through 2 and 3 and didn't even let y'all know. Just because I'm out here enjoying myself, like not concerned about getting it all on tape, you know. Now we're starting to see the outline of the city. I think that's Biltmore over there, probably. I've been trying to figure out what the big deal is with Biltmore. I think it's like one of George Washington's relatives built it. It's the largest privately owned house in America. And just looking on Reddit, like, it seems like you'd be dedicating like 6 hours of your day to that place. And, you know, I'd be willing to do that as long as someone else was paying for it. All right, we are approaching the exit to go to Asheville. So we actually have a little bit of dinner plans for us. Wicked Weed Brewing and Brew Pub. If it'll actually navigate me. Alright, welcome to Biltmore Village in good old Asheville. Oh, that's the turning lane for Biltmore Estate. God damn it. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to at least ride by it and see it from the outside, but doesn't mean just sitting in this traffic. I mean, what do I have to do today? Don't like sitting in traffic, but that's because it takes up time. But what do I have to do right now? Nothing. I'll just squeeze on in right here. Person behind me hesitated, so I'm just gonna take advantage of that. There we go. We'll get a quick outside look of Biltmore Estate, and then we'll go get dinner. Oh God, are they gonna make me pay to get in? Proceed through gate. Information and tickets ahead. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just go through here. See how far I can get before they stick out their hand asking for $100+. All traffic. Purchase tickets, next left. Tickets required at gate. Welcome to Biltmore. Okay. That's as far as we go. Yep. I am not paying that price to go see it. How much are tickets to Biltmore Estate? Jesus Christ, $100. I thought that I just threw that number out, but I'm just now finding out in real time how much it costs. Oh my God. That is not worth it to me. I don't know. I'm sure that there's an audience for it, considering there's like 5 cars at the gate, and there's plenty more coming out. So I am not the audience for Biltmore. So we're just gonna go to the brew pub. First strike of this place is the fact that I had to download another parking app in order to pay for parking. $11.40 for 2 hours. That is highway robbery right there. But hopefully the beer and the food is worth it. I'm already in a bad mood because of that. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday at Wicked Weed Brewing. Holy... Holy hipster prices, Batman. God. Here's my flight. This is a lime lager. This is berry burst cider, and I told them to surprise me for the 4th one. This is Nocturna. Not very sweet. Not a lot of... Oh, this is the lime one, so this is like Corona. A lot more smooth than Corona. I could pound a lot of these. 9 out of 10. Okay, not too sweet. Good berry flavor. Good dessert one. 8 out of 10. Cider. Good balance, good balance. 8 out of 10. Our surprise one. Nocturna? I'll find out what that is later. Oh, it's like a more classy version of Red Oak. Smooth. Something you don't expect from a darker beer. 8 out of 10. And some Kung Pao wings. Full dozen of them with ranch. Not that stinky blue cheese. Hopefully this stays up while I'm eating it. These are some big wings. Good ranch. Slightly dry. I mean, it's good flavor. I don't know, nothing to write home about. I'll go 6 out of 10. It's about as far as I can get. No real Kung Pao. Slightly dry, but Mama didn't raise nobody to not clean off their wings. Those are just 2 fallen soldiers. Oh well. Well, the beers and the sours were fire, but those wings definitely left a lot to be desired. Bars. But, yeah, I think that's all we're gonna do for the day. Like, I knew that if I had any more than that, then I wouldn't be able to drive. And we kind of need that for what we're gonna do this summer and beyond that. So, yeah, we're gonna just end it here. We're gonna go to our parking spot for the night. I'm gonna download all these videos, start editing it. Alright, we are at our resting spot for the night. We covered, let's see, let me get the math right here. 455 minus 391. We got to the 391 mark. We covered 64 miles today. So we have, again, 391 miles of the Blue Ridge Parkway left to go. So that means we'll need to get 200 miles a day on Saturday and Sunday. I mean, realistically, I can get that done in about 4 hours each day, but that doesn't include walking around and exploring stuff, doing hikes and all of that. But we'll have a good time nonetheless. Tomorrow we're gonna go door dashing and go busking. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of the Blue Ridge Parkway adventure. This is gonna be like a day off where we're working DoorDash and busking in Asheville, kind of recoup some losses from yesterday. Yesterday, like, my fan went out, so I had to crack my window, make sure I didn't, sweat to death in here, and also woke up and my phone was dead. 7:30 when I woke up. It's 8:30 now. I've been charging it and gonna miss the breakfast crowd, but we'll get the lunch crowd and the afternoon, get groceries type of crowd before we head downtown to go busk. Hate that I'm behind the 8 ball today, but we'll make the most of it. Still waiting on that phone to charge, but breakfast of champions, protein shake, Mountain Dew Zero, and an oatmeal bar. I'm basically having breakfast for less than $2 a day with this, so not too bad, I say. Well, a whole bunch of they're carrying a lot of kids, and they all went to use the bathroom at once, so it's gonna be a while before I'm able to, so I'm just gonna drive down to the Pilot and use it there. This morning is off to a really great start. Dead phone, sweating all last night. Yeah. Hopefully this isn't a sign of things to come. So trying to figure out how much fuel I burn just by having the car running to charge my stuff, or, downloading stuff, yada yada yada. Well, looks like I burned about 1.2 gallons of gas. That is disappointing, but this is the lifestyle I live, so gotta pay energy bills somehow, some way. Well, we're about at 40% battery right now, which should be enough to get some work done with it. So we're gonna go ahead and fire up DoorDash. The thing is, I have completely missed the breakfast crowd because it's 9:46. I'm hoping I will catch that crowd in the mid-morning that orders, groceries. And then 11 o'clock, I'll sign off and then do hourly for the lunch rush. And then about 1, and then 1 to about 4 o'clock, I'll go back to offers. That way I get more afternoon, just got off school, grocery orders as well. And then we'll go busking after that. 4.85 for 2.1 miles. I'm gonna decline that. I don't want anything less than $6 or $7. Well, a lot of batches just showed up for Instacart. Let me see if any of them are worth it. No. Oh. 8.6 for 8.1. Yeah, might as well take that one. Because we're right here. Verify items. Alright. No address information there. Kind of bold of me to leave my window open in Asheville. But I like to live dangerously. 16-minute drive. Oh, shit. This one was like right on the edge of what
Drive west, then turn left
what you
on
should
Fairmont
accept.
Avenue.
Don't be accepting anything that's less than $1 a mile. And ideally you want $1.50 or $2 a mile, but I know it's like the slow time, and that's pretty much what I'm gonna get at this hour. And yeah, you probably saw earlier that there were some decent looking Instacart orders. Like there was one that was like $12 for 8 miles and like 5 items. But the problem with the Instacart app is that it only shows you the miles from the store to the customer, not where you are currently. It doesn't factor that in. DoorDash, like, they are good about factoring in the miles from where you are to the store to the customer. It gives you a better idea if an offer is worth taking. With Instacart, like, you gotta make sure that you're at least close to a grocery store. Like, oftentimes those who just do Instacart will just camp out at a grocery store and wait for orders to pop up, which I need to reduce my cancellation rate with Instacart. That's been screwing me so badly with Instacart. Like, I know there's more money in that, but I gotta be able to get my cancellation rate down, which that came from my time in California, where I knew I wouldn't be able to do certain batches, and that just screwed me. Yeah, I've seen comments underneath those DoorDash videos on YouTube and TikTok, Instagram, to apply for Spark, and I did, and my application was rejected. And the reason they listed on my background check was because of that failed drug test I had last year when I was going for total transportation. So, I don't know, maybe I'll try again in a few months. But yeah, that incident is definitely coming back to bite me again. Okay, this is wild here. Good dollar to mile ratio, but it's 3. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Fuck it. We'll do it. Earth Fair. What the devil is that?
Drive east on Patton Avenue, US 19.
Not just a job, an adventure. So it's a healthy supermarket. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that this is the good tip one, and that the Home Depot and Dollar General ones are the ones that just got thrown on there so it would get delivered. Give a shit the most about this one. I'm kidding. I'll care about all of them. I tell you, it's just so odd seeing like a armed security guard inside of, a health grocery store.
Keep off to stay on Interstate 240 East, Billy Graham Freeway.
Like, is theft so rampant here in Asheville that they need to arm a health food store? Like, that's just bad. So some kind of good news. I mean, that's some pretty high gas prices, but those same places were like $3.89, $3.99, so it's coming down slightly. I do check AAA's gas prices national average every single day, and it's been falling by a couple cents every single day, so that's a good sign. Hopefully it continues on that trajectory. I mean, yes, there's always a bit of a spike when it gets warmer out because more people are traveling, there's higher demand, but still, this is still some leftover bullshit from the war. All right, it is about 11:45. Dropped off those 3 orders and made about $33.50. Now I've switched over from earn by offer to earn by hour just for the lunch crowd, and I'll keep on that till about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then we'll head over to Sam's, fuel up both the body and the car, and then we'll get back at it. There you go, first order, Chick-fil-A. Sometimes when I accept an order, let me double check. Yep, still going this way. Sometimes DoorDash, when you accept an order, it won't automatically navigate you towards the store that you're supposed to be going to. Sometimes it'll keep you on the hotspot that you were going to before you accepted the order. So that's burned me a couple of times, so had to double check there. Just after 1:20 right now. I've made about $68, and I'm gonna take this time to go up. Since the orders that I've taken have taken me way out of my zone, I was all the way down in Hendersonville. I'm gonna take this opportunity to drive up to the Sam's Club in Asheville, have lunch, refuel, and think about if I want to dash some more or if I want to just chill out for a little bit and until it's time to go busking around 5. This is the perfect time to come to Sam's Club or Costco or any of those other big box stores at like 2 o'clock. You miss the lunch crowd, and you miss the after school rush, basically. So as I go in there to have lunch, I've got a few objectives that I gotta figure out. Like I said at the top of this series, there are still a few road closures on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I gotta figure out those because, like, the goal for tomorrow is to get from basically mile marker 394, 391, something like that here in Asheville to mile marker 200 for Saturday. I think the gas station here at Sam's opens at 6, so I can top off fuel. The Planet Fitness opens at 7, so I can go get a shower. Dollar Tree opens at 8, so I can get some supplies to cook with. Visitor Center opens at 9, and the Folk Art Museum opens at 10. So I think the first little bit of tomorrow is spoken for, but I still need to figure out those detours. $2.50 for all this. Think it's worth it? Let me know. Oh, look at that. It was $3.61 yesterday. It's $3.56 today. And I'm not saying I'm gonna get confident on that. I'm just saying it's a good sign. One thing I am annoyed about is that it won't let me use the DoorDash Crimson card so I can get 10% cash back on fuel. It will only let me use the PayPal debit, which is 5% cash back on fuel. Maybe it's because it does that thing where it holds $175 or I don't know. Just annoying. So I am going to go ahead and fire up DoorDash again just until 4 o'clock so I can get some grocery orders, hopefully. I do want to maintain Platinum because, like, I feel like with the new things that DoorDash been doing, like, I feel like it's more worth it to have Platinum than to not have it. A lot of Dashers will probably argue with me about that, but I do notice when I have Platinum, my orders are better. Screw it, it's a good mileage. All right, I got through 3 orders. One was that Japanese restaurant, and other was a dual shopping. Picked up some vegan beef jerky at Fresh Market, and also some dog food, which I just delivered to some hungry hounds. And luckily there was a fence between them. I would stay out, see if I can pick up another order, but I feel like the traffic is getting really bad, so I'm gonna end it now. We made $96 on DoorDash today. Well, not quite 100, but we'll take it. I just want to be sure that I get a parking spot in my favorite parking garage. That way we can go out and busk. All right, right there is where I went busking last time. Just kind of gonna drive through here and scope out the place a little bit. It says event parking in my favorite parking garage. I don't know what event is going on tonight. I'll ask them. But hopefully, we could potentially sleep in that parking garage. Alright, no drum circle as of yet. It's only 4 o'clock, so anything could change. I see somebody is in a spot that I was in last fall, so I don't think we have that much time to spare. So we've got to go get set up a little earlier than I would want to, but I think if we're gonna have any chances of getting a spot, we better go get it right now. Let's see, Rankin Avenue or the one down there. City of Asheville. How's it going? How are ya?
All right. Credit or debit? Let them know.
I guess debit?
Okay.
How long am I allowed to park?
It's good to 7 a.m. in the morning.
Okay, perfect.
And after that, it'll add $2 an hour after that.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a good day.
Thank you as well. Bingo! And as long as I'm out by 7 a.m., $11 for a parking spot. Love it! Alright, all the stuff that carries my stuff, dump it out. Now, it's a tip jar and social media jar. Going forward, I'm definitely gonna need to invest in like a trolley to carry all this stuff because I got my guitar here with all of my microphone, my wires, my picks, all of that. My mic stand, my amplifier, and my tip bucket with my jug of water and a guitar stand on it. So yeah, that's our setup. I should definitely get like a trolley, something I can fit in the car with. I have to put all this down and get the camera for this as well. But first world problems, right? Thank goodness there's also an elevator here. With the other garage, I had to take the stairs all the way down. I'd like to be able to conserve my energy here, you know? Stop recording. That doesn't work. And thank goodness, the spot I was at is open. And there's one, like, all the way down there, but I played next to them like 2 weeks ago. Didn't have any issues, so I think we're okay. This, oh. Hi there.
Good luck. I hope you make lots of money.
I appreciate it. Thank you. There we go. Definitely need to invest in a new mic stand because this one was all the way down. Like, am I able to? I don't even think I can get this to stay. So I have to just get it all there. I'll have to have the mic pointed down, do the Liam Gallagher. Update, I've been shut down because they're apparently moving stuff in and out of the place. So we're just gonna have to find somewhere new. Score, I hope. Usually that spot is a prime spot for buskers. Nah, there's somebody there with a guitar already.
Oh, shift change.
Shift change?
Yeah.
Were you about to set up here and play?
No, I just got done.
Oh, my man, thanks.
Yeah, I actually played a relatively short set. I guess the universe told me through the coconut wireless that see me another performer here.
The coconut wireless. I should listen to that more often.
Oh,
Appreciate that red nose, man. That's
my jokes land better. I also sell jokes. Usually I have a little sign that says 25-cent jokes.
Skybart the Fox just said that this is like prime real estate. So we lucked out. And I know this would be a good spot because around 9, that's when live music starts over there and we'll shut down then. And of course, gotta break out the deck of cards for the strap. It's an old gift of mine from one of my old bass players, Aaron Wilson. Played in a lot of hardcore bands. Miss you, buddy, if you're watching.
Jealousy, turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibi. Down on Main Street, I'll sing a song for you and me. Down on Main Street, you never know who we all meet. Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher to a place where the lion and sea? Some people call them Maurice. That's me. Hell yeah.
The annoying guy that was sitting over there finally went away. He said to me, "So all that money in there is yours?" I was like, yeah. You guest starred with me, and I really shouldn't have given you that opportunity. And he finally got the idea and left. Thank God. And what the breaking point was, you didn't see this on camera, was he wanted to me to fire up a riff while Piano Woman over there is was playing, and I said I was gonna take a break and, you know, wait till she moves along because I don't want our sounds clashing. But he did not get the idea and wanted me to go start a riff, and I was like, dude, I told you 3 times I'm stopping, but he didn't get it. So that was the breaking point. $1 million, but I spent it all. If I could find that Hana and that Sancho that you found, I'd pop a cap in Sancho and I'd slap her round. Ooh, oh. Hell yeah. I love that. That was great. That was awesome. Man, that was super cool. One of the things I love about Asheville, you never know who you're gonna meet. Look up Piano on Instagram. Let's shout her out. It's 7:22 right now. I have basically been playing since about 5 o'clock. And typically the busker rule about a spot is, you know, play 2 hours and then move on. But no other busker has come up and, you know, set aside. So I'll keep going until about 8 o'clock, 8:30, till I run out of water. I mean, I'm doing pretty damn good today, and my voice is still holding up. So I think I'm just gonna keep on jamming until someone comes about and wants to take the spot.
I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. Whoa. So baby, last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all.
So I totally ran over there to try and offer the flat iron to them, because I've been here more than 2 hours just trying to do busker etiquette, you know? And they're like, nah, man, you're cool. So I was like, all right, we'll keep going till, what time is it now? 7:43. We'll go till 8 or 8:30. Just depends on how much voice I got. Y'all can probably tell this is pretty hoarse right now. So my time is officially done at the flat iron. Young gentleman over there, can't remember his name.
Sounded good over there, man.
Oh, my man, thank you so much. Finally came and relieved me. He was like, hey, how much longer are you going to be here? I'm like, you want it now? I'm like, sure. So there we go. We'll tally up how much we made when we get back to the car. So after totaling everything up, in cash, we got $38.10. And on Cash App, there was $5, so a total of $43.10 for about 3 hours of hustling. So I made $14.37 an hour. Could I have made more doing DoorDash? Yeah, I guess I could, but at the same time, I met so many great people, had a lot of great stories to tell, and it's a lot more fulfilling. Plus, didn't put miles on Leonidas, which is a good thing, and I didn't have to pay for any more gas. So I think with what I would have made with DoorDash, the extra I would have gone directly to gas and repairs. So I'd say I made about an even amount. But then again, the experience is more worth any type of money I made. This is pretty much going to go towards getting something to eat and, you know, having some pocket change. Ooh, this might be a bad idea in the morning. So that's alright. Well, luckily I found where we're gonna shit in the morning, because this is probably gonna cause me to wake up at 5 o'clock before I'm supposed to get out of the parking garage. So this is kind of my alarm clock in case I don't get my my phone charged. We are in the parking garage here in Asheville. Gonna wrap up the day. We made about, what was it, between like $96 on DoorDash and $43 busking. Like $139 for the day. Yeah. And pretty much blew all of it. But hey, I sang for my supper tonight. If you want to see more busking footage, go over on my music channel, Spencer Joyce Music. I've linked it in the channel. What do you call it? It's like that thing where I don't know. I'm too tired. Anyway, gonna export all this footage while I'm sitting here charging my phone. Well, good morning, everybody. Get out of here. Welcome to day 3 of the Blue Ridge Parkway adventure. Now it is 7:28. My parking thing expired at 7, so I'm probably gonna have to pay a little bit to get out of here. And that's the first thing for today. I set an alarm for 6:30 to get out of here, but obviously I hit the snooze button because I just do not do mornings. That's just not me. Alright, let's see what the damage is gonna be. Oh, I don't need to pay anything. They just let me out. Yay! Today's gonna be a good day. I would explain what's going on today, but yeah, I was definitely accurate of how good that alarm clock that I bought from Ben & Jerry's last night how effective that would be. So that's why I'm prioritizing going to the Planet Fitness before we talk about what's going to happen today. Now, unfortunately, this is a location that's open 24/5 instead of 24/7. So I had to wait till 7 for this place to open. Today we're just going to get a shower, but lately I have been going to Planet Fitnesses and going on their bike, because with my upcoming things I want to be doing with my life, I do want to have my strength to be able to ride a bike. Alright, nature's call's been answered. I've showered. Next stop is the Dollar Tree. I'm by myself. Who cares? As I have my breakfast of champions, I'm gonna tell you all about what's gonna happen today. The goal is basically to get to mile marker 200 of the Blue Ridge Parkway. We're about mile marker 391-ish, I think, in Asheville. This is the first part of the trail that's going to have detours, either from some restoration acts or damage from Hurricane Helene. I looked it up yesterday, and I don't know what exact mile markers are, but I know there's a few, and some have detours, some don't, some might include some backtracking, so we'll see how that goes. But one thing I do want to do today is I want to test out my stove that I have. I want to stop at the Dollar Tree and pick up some supplies, because that is one thing I do want to test out today in kind of a camping scenario, is cooking. I'm gonna check Aldi, see if they have cheap steak and some sort of easy potato product, and hopefully a frying pan. I didn't bring a cart, because the psychology behind that is that if you have a cart, you'll fill it up. We're not trying to do that. Good lord, beef is expensive. So we'll go with this top sirloin, 2 steaks, $8. It's a price drop. Alright. Couldn't find any, just straight up potatoes, so just gonna go with some potato skins. That'll be easy. This is all we're gonna get, because I'm gonna backtrack and get some more stuff at the Dollar Tree that we couldn't find here for cheaper. Alright, there we go. do have a little cooler that I can keep these in. I will need to buy some ice later on, but we'll find like a gas station or something. Alright, at the Dollar Tree, we're looking for 3 things. We need cooking oil, we need cooking supplies, and we need seasonings. All those are important and can be used later on as well. More like $1.25 tree, am I right? Store brand seasoning salt. It's what white people use to say, hey, I season my food. And I'm reinforcing that stereotype. That. And some cooking oil. Alright, all that was $7.07. Now, there is a Dollar Tree up the road, so we're gonna go there. Hopefully they have frying pans and they have ice. The good kind of ice, that is. Ah, bingo. What should we get? Alright, this one, $18. A little more than I wanted to spend, but hey, it'll come in handy. $22.50 later, here we have, this will last for the months we need it. Anyway, there we go. Right. Add one in there. Justify the rest of the ice. And the rest, there you go. Make a rain cloud. 356 yesterday, 354 today. That's a good sign. I mean, every day I'm looking on AAA's gas price website, and I think it was like 476 yesterday, and today it's like 454. Still high, but trending in the right direction. There we go. That's all we needed. And finally, after a morning of dilly-dallying, we are finally on our way to the Blue Ridge Parkway. I'm just thinking back to that one rapper dude that kept harassing me at the first little bit of my set last night. I generally like to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm open to collaboration, but at the same time, when you push my buttons and try and take advantage of my kindness, I don't respond kindly to that. I had no problem basically telling him to fuck off. I haven't seen the comments from that video, but it just reminds me of when I was in London and I said on the tube that I almost got robbed by someone that was trying to be friendly to me, and people said that I should have been more friendly and been more open to a stranger. Like, motherfucker, one, it shows you have no street smarts at all, and two, you weren't there, so don't be making judgments unless you're actually there. I promise I'm a lover, not a fighter. And just like that, we are back on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I promise I'll only use that once. Kind of wore it out a little bit, don't you think? Not for long though, because we are coming upon our first stop, which is the visitor center. It is a shame they don't allow overnight parking, because not everybody has, campers, and it'd be useful for someone like me who's just sleeping in their car. But it is what it is. Music of my people. So this is where we started on Thursday, and we are right here. And this is what we have ahead of us. That's what I'm looking forward to. And that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. All this, honestly. Pop quiz. If you're a loyal SJ World viewer and specifically the Route 66 Missouri episode, you will know what to do when you see one of these types of bears. Think about what color it is, and then put down in the comments, what do you do? Alright, next stop is the Folk Art Museum. It's about 9:45 right now, so by the time we get there, we might have a couple minutes of downtime. But hey, look at all this. That's just the parking lot here. We haven't even done like a significant amount of driving yet. We're in for a treat today. Craggy Gardens, 18 miles. Roanoke, 267 miles. Alright, Folk Art Center. Here we are. Oh, by the way, my car is an absolute mess right now. All my cooking supplies are here. My DoorDash bags are back there. I promise when I have company in here, or I'm actually doing DoorDash, I do clean it up. That way it's, not an absolute pigsty, and I don't get points off for, smelling bad or being disheveled. I know people don't want their food to be next to filth.
That one, the particular one is $207.
But over time, you might only get 1,000 uses versus.
Jeez, $41. Oh my god. All this. Nice. I would like to be able to, interpret that, but I actually don't read sheet music. I don't know how to. Do more of the folk and, well, it's funny to mention like the folk way of doing it, which is also kind of the punk rock way of doing it. These are the chords. It goes like this. I cannot interpret that. Oh, nice. Dulcimer. Dulcimer. Sorry. I love the sound of one of these. At one time at an open mic, someone jammed with me with one. It was really cool. I wish I remember that guy's name. And a banjo. I thought about getting a 6-string banjo when I was finding a new instrument to travel with, but just the regular acoustic guitar is more, it's easier to find parts for it. Sorry if it seemed like I rushed through that, but I'm not really a art kind of guy, more of a music kind of guy. So if y'all remember, I skipped the Chicago Art Museum and I explained that I can't justify that, but I can justify the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Love the rock formation there. View Hall Creek Valley, elevation 2,100 feet, but we've already been to the highest point of the Parkway, but golly, God bless America. Now, unfortunately, through this area, you're going to see a lot of downed trees left over from Hurricane Helene. A lot of them, like on this part, were just down from the hurricane, and unfortunately, there's just not a lot of hope of them coming back anytime soon. I mean, you still get some great views from it, but it's just a shame. Look right there, some great views of the mountains. I think we're coming up on our first closure of the Parkway. I mean, we'll keep driving until we can't, but it'll be interesting to see if we have to do any backtracking or if it'll like detour us around, which I'm hoping is the case. Craggy Gardens. Well, looks like I'm trying to go to the Craggy Gardens picnic area, but the road is closed. We might be coming up on our first closure of this route. I see a lot of cars over there still going about. Gives me hope that we won't be turned around. We probably will be, but at least they're going full steam ahead. Look at that. Just saw a sign that said rough road for the next 16 miles, so we're just gonna have to be careful. There's a sign from Mount Mitchell State Park, and there's a restaurant and observation tower. Fingers crossed that it's open. Please be open, please be open. I'm gonna turn in. Score! Yes! No fuel ahead. Well, that's comforting. And I think we'll have lunch here. I mean, yes, I have the steak in here, but that's dinner tonight. I want to hopefully be able to contribute to the local economy. I mean, hopefully it's not too expensive, but it is in the mountains, so it could be. Maybe we'll get an appetizer and a beer or something. Restaurant. Oh, the restaurant's May to October. Damn it. Damn it. Why am I so bad at timing out these things? Really, damn it. Now I'm upset about that. Here we are, Mount Mitchell State Park. Damn, it is a long drive up to the top of the summit. But it's gonna be worth it. Oh, observation tower, foot traffic only. Man, it really is a shame that we haven't figured out that scratch and sniff YouTube or TikTok, because with these pine trees, like, I don't even know if they're pine, I think they're some other type, but trees here, it's like Christmas time, any time of year. Welcome to Mount Mitchell, everybody. Highest peak east of the Mississippi River. Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks, guys. Sorry. Hey, Big Butt's over that way. I know her. Get some thumbnail action in here. That should work. Permanently running water. So again, I saw a sign that said no RV camping and no sleeping in your vehicle, which, I mean, you could argue like maybe they're pricing out the common folk, but at the same time, maybe it's like whoever came before left too much of a mess to be okay with that. It's a real shame because, you know, I do sleep in my car like most of the time, and I make sure that I don't leave a trace. I don't leave my trash. I don't party. I mean, occasionally I'll open the door and take a leak, but other than that, I don't leave a trace. See, with both my body and the car, the uphill part is the hard part. Going downhill, that's gonna be a breeze. And we are back on the route. Hopefully for longer. I do see those little caution thing right there. Hopefully, oh, look at that. I spoke too soon. Alright, guess we're turning around. Now, they did not actually, detour us around that, but I am going to put in the next destination that I have, and it's going to be 78 miles, 1 hour and 45 minutes. So, yeah, I'll catch back up with y'all once we get to our next spot. So we're basically 1 mile from turning off, and we're passing right by the Folk Art Center again. Man, oh man. I mean, this might give me a good opportunity to pull off and get some food, because a lot of the places here on the Parkway are not open because it's, off season. Again, poor planning on my part, but it is there. If you've had it before, let me know how it is in the comments. Alright, this is where we are turning off of the Blue Ridge Parkway onto an exit that leads to Black Mountain. So, hey, it is what it is. The hell is that up there? Billy Graham. Yeah, anything Billy Graham. I'm like, ugh. No. Watch it be like a cancer treatment center. I feel like an asshole, but not really. Anyway, we're getting back on I-40. Alright, we are exiting off to Old Fort. 11 miles. I don't even know if this is going to lead back into the Blue Ridge Parkway. Hopefully there's signs that will indicate that, but we'll see. And I don't even know along this route if there's going to be restaurants. I feel like there's some businesses coming up, so we should be able to find something. Here we are, Smoky Q's Barbecue. Let me just ride by here and... Oh yeah. If they have a pig on their logo, you know it's gonna be good. And a smoking gun. How about that? Oh, this is gonna be good. I know it. I just know it. Since 2005. Just look at this spread. Brisket, collards, barbecue baked beans, fried fish. Alright, let's start with this fried fish here. The batter kind of reminds me of like pork rinds, pork skins. That fish is juicy. What'll be the best sauce to go with this? Got barbecue, hot, Lexington, and ketchup. We'll start with ketchup for this one. But we're gonna sample everything else. Probably some sort of mountain fish too. 9 out of 10. It's brisket, which is honestly my favorite. Pulled pork's just kind of overrated to me, but hey, let's see how they do. Succulent. Get good smoky flavor, just falls off the bone. Nothing on Texas, but it's up there. I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. Try the Lexington. It's more vinegary. Complements well with the fattiness of the brisket. Straight up barbecue. This is more Western style North Carolina. This is more of what the rest of the world thinks of barbecue sauce is. It's definitely more smoky. 9 out of 10. Try the hot sauce on the fish.
Doing all right?
Yes,
Get
very
you
well.
anything?
Think I'm good for now.
All
Thank
right.
you. Always awkward when someone comes by. Yeah, I compliments the fish well. So I confirmed with the waitress, this is indeed catfish. I wasn't sure at first. Didn't know what it was. Plate was good. Everything, like, that is what I come to expect from a good barbecue spot. But, I don't know. Fried pickles and the hush puppies, I couldn't finish them. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older, my tastes are changing, and heavy fried foods like that are just not for me anymore. Not because I can't handle it. Oh, maybe it's part of that too, but I don't know. I'm just slowing down with that. I hate wasting food, but at the same time, I just couldn't do it. There we go, 11:52, just over 3 gallons. I'm not gonna lie, like, taking long lunches like that just makes me feel a little guilty because, like, I know the upcoming moves I have are going to require a lot of upfront funds, and I just feel like I'm not doing anything productive right now. I mean, yes, I'm making a vlog, making something for my YouTube channel, but at the same time, like, you don't see the returns on investment, like, immediately. And I know, like, I'm gonna have to sit in the library and edit these videos, and that's gonna take away from time from door dashing. So I don't know, maybe it's the American in me that's always feels like they've got to be working, they're, you know, earning money, and it kind of takes away from the enjoyment of, you know, doing the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is an institute of North Carolina that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. But, you know, there'll be plenty of time to earn money. Well, after the Blue Ridge Parkway, I'm gonna kind of lock in and get my funds up before we do any more major traveling. So we're about 10 minutes away from Linville Falls. Well, according to Google Maps, we are. And I don't know, I just kind of glanced around where it is on the map, and I don't see anywhere close by that says Blue Ridge Parkway. I mean, it might become obvious when we get closer there, but that is something on the back of my mind. It's like, did we come the wrong way? And is there a way through the falls to get back onto Blue Ridge Parkway? Well, after some back and forth, I finally found where the Blue Ridge Parkway is. It's at this next intersection here. And realizing there's a lot of places in Linfield Falls that I could have patronized. Actually, you know, put money into the Blue Ridge Parkway economy, as opposed to somewhere just random, but oh well, you live and learn. Parkway. Okay, so turn here, I think. Yep. And, you know, I deserve to say it with all this headache. Just like that, we're back on the route. Well, this is where I would enter to see the Linville Falls, but it's closed because of restoration and cleanup. That's such a shame. God, now I'm disappointed. Well, at least now I can feel a little bit better because I thought maybe like it was further down that way, but oh well. I'm sorry, y'all. Now we'll continue on, and I don't know if my Google Gemini chat will even repopulate, but I think there's something at like mile marker 305 or something that they pointed out. Another road closure. Let's see, detour ahead. Well, at least they're putting up a detour. Like, is it too much to ask for that other stop to put up a detour as well? Like, am I just being a little too greedy here? Let's see, am I able to go past there? Let's see, Link Cove. Lynn Cove, sorry. Let's see, 2.5 miles ahead. No through traffic. Parkway closed. Okay, so I'm gonna see if at least if I can get to something here to show y'all. Lynn Cove Viaduct. Pedestrians prohibited on this bridge. Definitely a sign that I could not do this on a bicycle. That would be impossible. Oh God, look at that. That's gorgeous. Alright, there's an overlook ahead. So many cars there. Golly, look at that. Here's where the end of the road is. I mean, you can walk there. I mean, obviously there's some people who are, but this is where we turn around and we're going to do the detour. Oh, $5,000 fine or 6 months in jail. Fuck. That's not good. Man. This is amazing. Now, against my will, we're gonna go ahead and take the detour. Alright, North Blue Ridge Parkway detour. Blowing Rocks, 13 miles down that way. There's a lot of slow, curvy, windy roads. You definitely do not want to be speeding around these parts, or else you will fall off the cliff or wrap yourself around a bunch of trees, and we don't want that. Kind of reminds me of the mountains between Arizona and California when I was doing Route 66. Now, I have no idea how long we're going to be here on this detour. I have this feeling that maybe it was at the 264 mile mark. That's when we'll be able to get back on the Parkway. We stopped off at about the 304th mile mark. 304. If you get that joke, we can be friends. And just passed a sign that said Blue Ridge Parkway North Detour, so we're still on the right path. That's just something that, with no reception and having to do things the way we did them in the 90s and 2000s, it's just got me all messed up here. And I know this isn't the Blue Ridge Parkway, but it's quite a nice detour, I'd say. Kind of nice going through some of these small mountain towns. You still get great views like that, you know? Blowing Rock 5 miles, Boone 13 miles. So I think we might be back on the Parkway soon. Looking on the map, we might be 6 minutes away from it. So here's hoping that we finally get back on it. Not that I'm not enjoying this little detour, it's just the video is about the Blue Ridge Parkway, not, you know, detours. Good sign that North Blue Ridge Parkway detour, that we're still going the correct way.
At the light, turn left onto Main Street.
Oh, Blowing Rock's a cute little town here. Or a mountain town. Could have stopped in there, but I was hungry. Might have been a little gentrified as well, because it looks like it's like a wedding venue, lakes. It could be a golf course for all I know.
At the light, turn left onto US 321.
Moment of truth. Blue Ridge Parkway ahead. No commercial vehicles, obviously. North Blue Ridge Parkway detour. I think this is it. And I don't see a visitor center, but hey, that's okay. I'm gonna keep saying it. Just like that, we're back on the Parkway. Woo! And the detour. You damn right it's the end of the detour. For now. Alright, it is mile marker 291. So that is our marker. 291. I think there's another closure coming up around mile marker 285. So this might be short-lived. That house down there is probably like $5 million on Zillow. Parkway detour ahead. Okay. There's another one. So, yeah. We're mile marker 289. It'll be in about, it says mile marker 285.5 is where this next one begins. Blue Ridge Parkway North closed, followed detour. Thank goodness there's a detour. And now I'm a bit more calm and relaxed, knowing that these detours actually will lead back to the Parkway. Looks like there's nothing, like the road is literally closed right there, so there's nothing we can look at to kind of do a turnaround. So we are going to go ahead and just follow the detour. Follow the yellow brick detour. Follow the yellow brick detour. Follow the yellow brick detour. Follow the orange and black detour. Doesn't have the same ring to it. Now, if I remember correctly, this one is about 5 miles. So we'll be back on the route in no time. Back on the Parkway. I'm gonna guess 5 million on Zillow. Nothing too crazy. Bet you that one's about $500,000. Either way, I'm never gonna be able to afford them. This is my house, at least when I'm in this country. My turn signal can be a little finicky sometimes. 750,000. 100K. 400K. 250K. 500K. Oh, man. I think that's the Parkway right there. Yeah. You see construction over there. So we're pretty much back on it right now. Until we actually get on it, I won't say it. But if you say it out loud, you have to leave a like on the video. If I don't do it. Which I probably won't. Or I will. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you, whoever said that. I appreciate you. So we're basically at mile marker 280 right now. And according to the NPS website, the state line is at mile marker like 217. And it's about 4 o'clock now. So some bar napkin math. So 280. 80 minus 17. 60. 50. 58. So we can technically drive it in an hour. But who knows what's going to come up. Might be some sights we get to see, and so I think at minimum we'll make it to Virginia tonight with the time that we have left in daylight, since the sun sets about 8 o'clock this time of year. At least I think it does. If we wanted to get off to go to Boone or North Wilkesboro, this is where we would go. But we're not doing that right now, so we're going to continue on. I do love the architecture of that bridge, though. That's awesome. This right here is E.B. Jeffress Park. 600 miles of mountain, field, and forest comprise this memorial to the late E.B. Jeffries, native North Carolinian. You can pause to read that if you want. Cascades Trail. 30-minute round-trip walk through a mixed hardwood forest to the Cascades of Falls Creek. We could do it. This will be our trail for the day. How diabolical is it that I'm wearing long pants while I'm taking a hike? Definitely won't be doing that when I'm in like warmer areas like Las Vegas and Santa Monica. I guess when I got stopped and frisked in Tijuana, I figured that being part of the locals, like not looking like a tourist, is probably going to help you out a lot. So it's something I'm going to have to keep in mind going forward. Just passed a group of like 20 guys doing what I'm doing. Like they're all in, hiking gear and all that. Sound like a bunch of finance bros, honestly. But it's just a friendly reminder. I'm doing some white people shit. But, I am white. So it makes sense. Pause to read that if you'd like. There's like a steeper part that like this old elderly couple and I think like their grandson were gonna go down. We're going down and it was like, I don't know, very steep. Like they were struggling with it. And I thought to myself, I'm good. I'm not trying to break my leg right now. So we're just gonna head back to the car. Oh. I say that and I encounter steps. But we gotta train up. Our future has a lot of hiking and a lot of using your legs. Oh man, high bush blueberries. They are obviously not existent right now. This is a shame. Knowing Nana's blueberries, they ripen around July, so it makes sense, but man, it'd be nice to try some wild berries. Guess what, boys and girls? We made it back to the car, and I'm not dying over here. Blue Ridge Mountain water with a hint of microplastics. Yum. So it's about 4:39 right now. We'll keep driving till about 6 o'clock or until something comes about that I want to see, and then we'll cook up dinner. So something I am thinking about right now is I haven't really seen a bear this entire time. They must be coming out of hibernation around this time, right? Then again, maybe I've just lucked out luck and unluck. Lucky because I don't have any fucking bear spray on me. And 2, unlucky because it'd be really cool to see one from inside the car. Not up close. Yes, we saw one at the Asheville Visitor Center, but it was taxidermied. That's different. it seems like this part of the Parkway, there's a lot of private residences, a lot of farms, a lot of fenced off areas. So I guess my advice would be for anybody that's coming through this part, be sure that you're not on private property if you're going to stop and take pictures and video and yada yada yada. They're very nice to look at, and guess the price is $350,000. Probably more than that, since it is quite nice real estate on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Doten Park is 8 miles, Roanoke is 132. I think that's what it said, because I was quickly trying to get my glasses back on. Like, these glasses just do not hold a charge that well. Could be that I'm using the hell out of them, but at the same time, I do wish the battery lasted a bit longer. Another pretty bend in the road right here. Love all these rock formations. Renegger Cabin, turn ahead? What is that? Renegger Cabin. What is that? Let's take a look. Oh, okay, there's the cabin. Let's see. Alright, just important members of the community, I guess. I'm not going to disturb their house. I'll let them be. Cumberland Knob, 13 miles. Roanoke, 114 miles. We are itching closer and closer to the Virginia border. We'll get there by the time the sun goes down. I'm not really hungry right now, so I haven't really prioritized finding somewhere to cook. So we're about 10 miles away, I'd say. Yeah, it's 219, that was 229. Yeah, about 10 miles. I mean, how can you really be stressed out with this amount of nature? It's just so peaceful, so relaxing. Fucking allergies. Damn it. Ruined a perfectly good shot. I have noticed a lot of people throughout just today either getting like engagement shoots, wedding photos, or graduation photos along the Parkway. I mean, it's a perfect day for it, and I guess mid-April, might be that season. Apparently the area we're in currently is the Cumberland Knob, not to be confused with the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee, which geographically doesn't make any sense. I don't know what old Crow Medicine show was thinking when they wrote that lyric, but whatever. I think we're going to be coming up on the Virginia line anytime soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to Virginia. We have completed the North Carolina section of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Yay! The goal now is to get to mile marker 200, and then whatever exit is after that, we'll take that, and then we'll find somewhere to cook, and then we'll find somewhere to sleep. Blue Ridge Music Center. Oh man, that's one I really would like to go to. Oh, that's a shame. It's locked at 5 o'clock. So let's see if we can get some info here. closed for the 2025 season. Oh, they'll be back in May 2026. Damn it. Man. Oh, I landed this at a really bad time. So our original plan of going to mile marker 200 and getting off at the exit after that, that still stands. Damn, that's a shame. That's what I get for not researching any of this shit before I go and do it. Man. If I just waited 2 more weeks, probably could have done it, but I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Cows. 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 What is that? Fancy Gap Range Office. Okay. Cabins and campers. I don't know. Nah, we'll skip it. There it is, mile marker 199. So, next exit is us exiting the Parkway for the night. Yeah, it's around the 200.1 mark. Whatever, it counts. We made it. Let's see, we're gonna go south to Mount area. We'll just pull off somewhere and figure out where we are and what's around. All right, Hillsville is 8 miles that way. Mount Airy is 14 miles that way. On iOverlander, it's saying that there's a Circle K that's pretty cool with car camping. So I think we'll go there. It's 3 minutes away. Now here's the Circle K that I saw and I'm potentially thinking about sleeping at tonight, but there was also like a motel up there and there was a Motel 6 over there. Let me check their rates just to see. Well, it looks like that Motel 6 would be $60, and if I used my credits, then it would be $33, but I don't know. It's tough. I'll go to the bathroom and I'll fuel up and I'll think about it.
Old
22 on the dot. And 165.3 divided by 5.717. Yeah, 28.91. A lot more starting and stopping in this one. A lot more mountain climbing as well. We're resetting it to 0, and it probably won't get to more than 0.1 by the end of this video because I'm a little bitch. And I got the Motel 6. I'll explain when we get inside. Man, I was on the phone with Booking.com support because when I got to check in to the front, they said my payment was declined. I was like, what are you talking about? It went through on my end. I was like, has the government finally got me? But no, it turns out they charged me the wrong amount. So they had to go back in and change that. So, oh well. I got scared there for a second. I was like, what is going on? So the main reason that I got this hotel room, and yeah, sorry about the bad lighting, it is what it is because, well, I want to have an opportunity to get all the footage from this vlog series onto my computer. And I'm in the mountains, and there's just no guarantee of good Wi-Fi around. I know once I'm done this series, I'm gonna have to hit both DoorDash and Instacart hard up in the DMV area and save up a lot of funds for the travels I have planned for this summer. And this is just the best way to do it. Plus, also, as you can see here, doing some cooking. And I didn't want the first time me cooking to be outside where I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I've gotten it set up and we'll cook those steaks soon, and I just wanted it to be somewhere controlled as opposed to out in the open, even though that might be a better idea. I'll see if I can vent that that window here. But anyway, that's why the hotel. Plus, it was less than $40 with the Booking.com reward I got from a hotel stay I had back in March. So, when in Rome. First, let's see if these potatoes are even worth futzing with. I didn't really think it through to when I put them on ice. No, they're not. Yeah, those are going in the garbage. Yeah, I didn't really think that through. Well, my batting average with potatoes is has another notch against it. I did well with the fries and the KFC, but between the Sunday roast and that's an L right here. But hey, we still have steak, and that's the important thing. I'm gonna crank this up. This one's super simple. Look at that. Put it on, I don't know, medium heat. I'm gonna turn this off for now, because I don't want it to get too hot while I am futzing with this. I don't use that key anymore. It'll be alright. There we go. Got a hole in it. Whatever cooking we do, it'll kill all the germs. Nice steak with bacon wrapped around it. We eating good tonight. Bit of seasoned salt on both sides. Yes, the bacon will give some seasoning, but I like a lot of seasoning. Let that sit, and then we're gonna heat this sucker up for about 5 minutes. Oh, I already see it's starting to smoke a little bit, so we're gonna put just a little bit of oil. I mean, that could be the protective coating burning off, which that's a good thing. So we're gonna go ahead and put these both in. I'm gonna keep that timer for about 5 minutes on each side. The reason is because these were still kind of refrigerated when we took them out, so the insides are still a little cold. So we'll give it a little extra time. Meanwhile, I'm going to turn on this fan. There we go. Got ventilation and a fan going. That way the hotel people don't have any suspicions. Give you some steak ASMR. Stay on there, bacon. Stay on there. 5 minutes is up. Time to flip. There we go. Alright. Nice crust on there. So we're gonna set it for another 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, my preference for steak is medium rare, but this is my first time cooking on a steak on this, like cooking anything on it. Like, I heated up stuff on this before, but this is my first proper cooking with it. So it's either gonna be very raw or very overdone. There's no in between. If I get medium rare, then it'll be an absolute miracle. What is the palm trick to being able to tell the doneness of a steak? With a relaxed open hand, press the fleshy area under your thumb. If it's soft, if it feels soft, like rare. As you touch the thumb, the muscle tightens. Index is medium, index is medium rare. Middle is medium, ring is medium well, and pinky is well done. Okay. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. This one might be done. I'll give them both like a minute more, and then we'll pull them off. I've made so much smoke in here. I hope that they don't kick me out. Okay, 30 seconds left. But I'm gonna cut the pan off, and then I'm gonna let it coast for 30 seconds, and then hopefully that should be good. One off. And this one off. I'm gonna let that rest for about, I don't know, 3 minutes? I bet 3 minutes. Let the juices redistribute, all that other scientific mumbo jumbo. 3 minutes is up. Let's cut into these steaks and see how it happened. Yes, I'm using party utensils because that was cheap and what was it available at Dollar Tree. Huh. Actually got some color in there. I did not overcook it. It's not bad at all. Is it the most world-class steak I've ever had? No. But for $8 and, you know, smoking up a Motel 6, I say that's pretty damn good. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my steak and gonna go ahead and call it a wrap on day 3 of the Blue Ridge Parkway adventure. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to day 4 of the Blue Ridge Parkway adventure. Stayed at the Motel 6 last night here right after the Virginia-North Carolina border. I can't remember what town we're in right now, but we are all packed up. I got all of the content moving around that I needed to get done. It's a lot of mumbo jumbo that y'all need to worry about, because your job is to enjoy the content, not worry about the logistics of everything. We're basically at mile marker 200. The goal is to finish it today, or at least get a significant way up the Blue Ridge Parkway. Not sure if we're going to get it done today, but I think we'll take a good crack on it. It's kind of chilly out right now, and I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt and shorts. I dressed appropriately for this, right? For anybody curious, no, did not get any complaints about me cooking steak in my room last night. Although, I think in the future we're going to have to choose things that don't create as much smoke in the room. Maybe some one-pot meals, things like that. But that did give me confidence that I can do some ghetto cooking in the back of my car. Just, you know, being able to turn on that stove and cook up something, maybe some like egg sandwiches, or, you know, maybe some, like I said, some one-pot meals. It's something that I miss doing. I miss cooking. Like, I don't know what it is in my household with Nana and Mom and Kennedy. It's just we got away from cooking and relied on a bunch of processed and ready-made meals because I guess we all got lazy, and I miss cooking. I'd like to do that more. I got breakfast right here, so we can go ahead get on the route since it is about 9:30 and I would like to get going. The challenge is trying to remember in my head where it was we came from, because it was like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and when I type in Blue Ridge Parkway, it takes me somewhere completely different, not where we were. I hope that we don't need to crack out navigation for 5 minutes. Alright, this is looking familiar, so I think we're okay. Yeah, I totally made a wrong turn. I was supposed to turn the other way, but, God, I don't know if this is a normal thing in the rest of the world, but in the US, when you turn around in somebody's driveway, it raises suspicion from the homeowner. Like, y'all probably saw a keep out sign up there. That's we value our private property here. It's official. My brain has officially been rotted by technology, because I, for the love of God, cannot remember where I turned. Like, I need my emotional support Google Maps here to figure out where the hell I'm going. Fancy Gap. That's where we were last night and right now. Damn it. Why won't my right turn signal stay on? We found it. And just like that, we're back on the route. You know what? I'm not even gonna say whether or not I'm gonna continue using it or not. I'm probably gonna continue using it. In fact, if I ever decide to do merch for this channel, then that'll probably be the first thing that's on the merch, even though I really don't like doing merch. I just think it's not necessary. Mabry Mill's 23, Roanoke is 83 miles. Mabry Mill, I'm hoping that one's open because it looks really cool. Actually gonna keep the windows up for now because I am freezing my tits off. It is only 41 Fahrenheit right now. I'm gonna put my jacket on at the next overlook. Now I did fuel up last night, so with the 200 miles we gotta go, we should be able to make it without fueling up again. Although, if we do have an opportunity, which we probably will because we have some detours coming up, we'll probably have an opportunity to fuel up, so we'll just top off there. Alright, we're gonna stop here, take a look at whatever this is, and then change our clothes. There we go. I got my jacket on, I've got jeans on, I've also got gloves on. Very windy morning. It's not gonna get higher than 53 Fahrenheit today, so it's gonna be a chilly one. Wow. Delivered 1,000 babies and none of her own 24 lived beyond infancy. That is sad. Well, let's see where they gave birth back in ye olden times. In American standards, yes. The rest of the world, that's like, I don't know, 2 days ago in terms of your history. Alright, it's way too cold. I gotta get back to the car. Alright, let's go. Whew. Turn the heat up in here. So that probably means that you probably won't hear a lot of the outside when I'm driving. You might crack it a little bit, but I gotta stay warm. Groundhog Mountain. That's where we're at. Let's see, where would we exit off here? Okay, that's the picnic area. So I don't know if we're gonna do any hiking today. I mean, we'll wait till like noon and make a judgment call then. Now, it seems like North Carolina was more mountainous, and there's more like plains and like flat areas here in Virginia. Then again, we're only a little bit of ways in, so that could change at any time. Mabry Mill, 1 mile. Here, Mabry Mill. Hopefully it's open. No RVs, trailers, or buses. I see one person there. Bet you the restaurant's closed. Yeah, man, that's a shame. I was hoping the restaurant be open, I can get some buckwheat pancakes or something, but oh well, that's what I get for coming on off season. We'll check out this mill though. It's like some other states claim this, like there's Iowa and Connecticut claim that is from their state. I don't know. I could see it maybe. It's quite photogenic, I'd say. Please stay behind the fence for your own safety and for the benefit of those photographing the mill. Wonder who the idiot was that they had to put that sign up for. So it looks like you can't go inside of it, but I do see over here 330. So I guess you could mail something here or get Amazon packages if you want. I don't know why you would, but you could if you wanted to. Yeah, one of those will work. Look at that, the sun's coming out a little bit. Man, that's a shame. Man, can't see as far today because of the clouds, but still, how do you beat that? I will say also, it's a good thing we made some music videos on day 1 and day 2, obviously, because with this wind, there's no way. We probably have a situation like at the midpoint of Route 66 where we put that phone screen crack in there. We don't want that. Good Lord. Wind is so bad it might blow me off and make me fall down. Well, I tell you, it's good that we did cooking yesterday inside of a hotel as opposed to trying to park somewhere here on the Parkway today to cook, because it probably would blow everything right off of the car. And I haven't edited any of these videos yet, but I'm just wondering how much of it is going to be me just filming this part. I mean, it's beautiful, is what it is. That's why I'm filming so much of it. 300K. Look at that. 2 million. It's funny, this weekend, one of my favorite YouTubers, Sam Reed, aka The Studio Review, he was doing a live screening of his upcoming 4th edition of the Fast Food Gauntlet in New York City with, you know, his 3 friends. I was on the waiting list to get tickets, and a few people did drop out, and I did have an opportunity to, and I was thinking maybe try and do that along with Blue Ridge Parkway, but that was yesterday, and, you know, this is today. We're still like mile marker 139, so there is no way that I could have fit that in unless, you know, I tried to, you know, do the Blue Ridge Parkway the other way, but there'll be a lot of back and forth. So logistically it didn't work out, so oh well. I'll just have to watch the Fast Food Gauntlet when it comes out in May. Cows. You know, I think those are some of the best bovine that you can ever see. They're outstanding in their fields. Okay, I'll stop. .220 to Roanoke. That is where I have gone that route multiple times, so I am very familiar. Now I'm in familiar territory, is what I'm trying to say. Roanoke Mountain, 1 mile. Shenandoah National Park, 121 miles. Roanoke Mountain Overlook is closed, unfortunately, so we will not be able to go up there. Now there is this brew pub that is right off the Blue Ridge Parkway. I asked Google, was like, hey, what are some good places in Roanoke to eat that are just off the Blue Ridge Parkway? And Twin Creeks Brew Pub. It opens at noon. You know, we won't get there till like 11:53, but I wanted to at least eat somewhere near Roanoke. Because here's the thing, like, when I'm traveling up north, I pass through Roanoke all the time, so I just don't really think about it. So I've seen it, but I'm realizing that a lot of people who are maybe watching me for the first time or have been watching a long time haven't seen Roanoke, but not something I feel is necessary to include in here. This is like a Explore Park. Okay, so it's like an actual park with the Blue Ridge Parkway Visitor Center. Seems like a couple other people have the same idea as me. Okay, that's the brew pub right there, so we'll find somewhere to park and then see what's around here. Actually, strike that. These are really expensive prices, so I am... Shit, we're just gonna continue on the Parkway. Might stop off somewhere, go get McDonald's or something. Shit. I already had a bad experience with overpriced wings once. I am not falling for that shit again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Now, don't get me wrong, my natural inclination is to support the local economy and eat local fare. But at those prices, that is highway robbery. Has tourist trap written all over it. No thank you. Yeah, at our first detour, we'll stop off somewhere. It says road closed in 2 miles. This is not on the NPS website, so hopefully it's not a detour. I don't know. We'll see in a minute. Yep. Detour Parkway closed from 112 to 106. So yeah, it did say it on there. So I guess we were a little more further along than I thought we were. So yeah, we're gonna take a detour. Blue Ridge Parkway North detour. Real close to 1,000 feet. Okay, there's nothing up there to see. I mean, there is, but it's closed right now. Had to make a little U-ey up at that stoplight so we could keep following the Blue Ridge Parkway North detour. I vaguely remember picking up DoorDash when I was working in Roanoke like last year there, and I remember the chicken looking really good. Yes, that is a common thing in this country, that some of the best food you will have will come from a gas station. So we're gonna check out Heck Hot Chicken. Alright, number 1 combo, Nashville style chicken sandwich with crinkle cut fries, side of good sauce. Also got some ranch. This was with an 18% tip, $18.45. Juicy chicken, batter's nice, crispy. It's hot, but not too much. Coleslaw, pickles, sauce, 8.7. Fries with a good sauce. Oh, that was satisfying. Man, I just can't eat like I used to be able to. They gave me a lot of fries, so I justify that price. Now we're gonna quickly refuel and then get back on the road. Will you shut up? I'm trying to talk to the people. I don't need to know about your mini cans. So that was a quality, chicken sandwich right there. Had a lot of flavor, but it's kind of lacking the heat that I wanted out of that. Like, I wanted something to let me know it was there, but not absolutely put me on my ass. If there was 5 levels, I went with number 3. I think I could have gone with number 4 and, gotten what I wanted out of it. No fault of theirs. It's just, you never know, like, with Nashville Hot, like, what's gonna be hot, what's not gonna be. Having gone to Nashville multiple times and gotten hot chicken, the most I can do in the city of Nashville is, like, I don't know, a medium. To be able to know the heat is there, but still be able to, function afterwards. Or maybe it's just I'm getting older and my taste buds aren't as in tune as they should be. Blue Ridge Parkway, detour north, so it kind of freaks me out when I go a couple minutes and I don't see one of those signs. But I'm seeing the signs now, so we're okay. Let's see, I have just enough time. There we go. Alright, we're good. We're good, y'all. Okay, you're getting a little bit of Roanoke as we drive through here. Not the city, though. I mean, I'm gonna offend somebody from Roanoke here. It's Diet Asheville. Yeah, Roanoke is basically Diet Asheville, and Asheville is Diet San Francisco. There we go. Have I offended everybody I need to offend? Cool. Parkway closed 89 to 86 as well, so I think we're taking a little bit longer of a detour. We'll basically spit us out at mile marker 86, I think. Let's see. Southbound Blue Ridge Parkway closed. Turn around, use detour. Blue Ridge Parkway ahead. North Blue Ridge Parkway detour. Alright, so we're getting on it a little bit sooner than I was anticipating. But that's okay, because I get to say, just like that, we're back on the route. On the Parkway. That was my best Tim Robinson impression, by the way. The question is, how long are we gonna be able to be on there? Because it says, like, from 105 to, like, 91. So, if we see a mile marker, we'll know. Road closed 15 miles. Okay, so that's how far we're gonna be on the Parkway. Peaks of Otter, 20 miles. Shenandoah National Park, 106 miles. All right, mile marker 105. So we'll be on here for a little bit longer. I love this. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, first sign of detour coming up, like we predicted. Still having a great time on here. Road closed in half a mile. All right, north detour is that way. We're at mile marker 89, I want to say. There we go. Okay, this is confusing as hell. North Blue Ridge Parkway detour. So which way is it? No commercial vehicles. Now it's saying north detour. Which one is it? Ugh. All right, I'm gonna go this way, and I'm gonna just hope that that's the way it was meaning for us to go. Somebody messed up back there. It was so confusing. Just looking on here, I think I'm going the wrong way. So I gotta find somewhere to turn around. All right, I'm gonna risk it right here. At least I got some room to turn around. All right. All right. Back the way we came. Okay, so we're back at the exit. So I'm hoping that this is the detour, even though these signs are really confusing here. So I don't know if what I'm about to do is hella illegal or not, but it did say local traffic only. So are they really monitoring if the traffic is local or not? I'm gonna just see if I can go through it anyway. North detour? Like, do I go that way for the detour, or? I'm so confused. Ugh, I'm like it's frying my brain. All right, so here's the detour map right here. I'm gonna have to take my sunglasses off to actually read this. Okay, I think I figured it out. The landmark we need to get to is the Peaks of Otter Visitor Center, and it's about 45 miles. So we will go via the detour this way. 46 minutes and about 29 miles. All right, we figured it out. Don't have to do anything illegal. I'm just lucky that we had enough signal to be able to figure this out, and that there's actually, you know, a way to go. Whew. I think I saved myself some jail time there. Yes, we 100% could have saved ourselves some time by just doing this in the beginning, but we were doing so well with the detour signs that I wanted to believe that they would be just as good here as they were in other parts of the park. So shame on me for putting faith in these systems. These are some very steep and winding roads. And the funny thing is, it's saying the speed limit is 55. I'm like, to who? 55 kilometers or 55 miles per hour? Like, I'm not about to, no. Bonus part is that you do get some more of the rural countryside. All this lush, you know, foliage. This video series is for the foliage fam here. Man, it's like when you're doing a parkway and you want to be on the parkway and not be taking detours. It's kind of like I was researching Amtrak's USA Rail Pass. Like there's some areas where there's no rail service to, like Kingman, Arizona to Las Vegas, but there's connecting buses. But it kind of takes away the whole point of doing a rail pass, which is you don't want to be on buses, you want to be on a train. And that's kind of the purpose here. But then again, I could also have just waited. But with what I have planned in the coming months and years, I may not have that luxury. So we're gonna make do with what we have. This is definitely a sign of an older car, is that Leonidas is definitely struggling up these big hills, just having to rev it to get up there. But luckily we're close. I mean, heck, right there. We're close to getting back on the parkway. See, if we had more signs like that, then this wouldn't have been a big problem. After all that complaining, we're back on the route. Finally. Though not for long though, because Peaks of Otter Lounge does sound pretty cool. So I think we'll stop here and see if we can get a beer or something. Hopefully this isn't a restaurant that is closed for the season. Let's see. Restaurant, lodge reservations. Two-way lane. This is kind of like Massanutten around here. Oh, it's closed. Need I say more? Though in the fall and in the summer, this seems like it would be a nice place. I don't know how much rooms are per night, but I'll look that up and I'll put that on the screen with either a happy emoji or a throwing up emoji. So we're about at mile marker 85, and the next detour will be around mile marker 66. So we're going to be on here for a good 19 miles. Otter Creek, 25 miles. Shenandoah National Park, 86 miles. Here we are at Onion Mountain Overlook. It is a 6-minute walk. I think that'll be our hike for the day, since it's, as you can hear, it's pretty freaking windy. So that's gonna have to count. I came across someone with their hammock out, and I think they were napping or camping, so I turned around immediately. Hopefully they didn't see me. Besides, even if they did, what are they gonna do? I did see earlier like a little circle of this little trail. Hopefully that doesn't lead to them as well. I mean, granted, with my idea to bike through Europe, that might be what I end up doing. So can't fault him too much for that. So part of me wants to climb up on that rock and see if I can get a better view out here, but it's also part of me that doesn't want to, you know, slip and fall to their death. Yeah, I'm not gonna go down that way. I'm not gonna disturb that guy, but that's probably their Toyota up there. Yeah, I'm gonna get going. Like, could you imagine, like, falling off of that and just tumbling down? There is no way I'd be able to climb up here. At least not with my strength. It would be funny as hell, though, if that person watches this video and comments like, hey, that was me in the hammock. Thanks for not disturbing me. I'll be looking out for that, because that would be hilarious. And sorry, I'm not a secret billionaire, so I don't have a prize for you for finding this video. Yes, you can subscribe for a cookie, but I don't have any cookies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Apple Orchard Mountain. Now, that sign over there says that the reason that it's called Apple Orchard Mountain is because you can see these trees here have been plummeted by wind, ice, snow throughout all the winter seasons, and like from a distance it kind of looks like a pruned up apple. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm not buying it because it's pruned up. I like fresh apples. Things like this with all the trees just naked and all that makes it seem like it's the beginning of like a Tim Burton film, or I don't know, American Horror Story. Alright, Parkway closed, 2.5 miles ahead for all detour north. Alright, mad respect to those bicyclists. I won't be all here, but hopefully in other parts of the world. Alright, Blue Ridge Parkway, detour north. Hopefully that these signs are not as confusing as they were at the last one. Hopefully I can just put my faith in the system in place, which I'd like to be able to do. Oh, I'm gonna miss the James River. What do you call it? That's a technical term, by the way. Or we're just gonna ride alongside it. I don't know. Maybe that's a river? Oh, that's railroad tracks. By the way, yes, longtime viewers will know that that sign back there, if I had gone right instead of left, I'd be going towards Glasgow, Virginia. I miss Scotland. Big old river. Is that the James River? I don't know. But we're still on the detour. Blue Ridge Parkway, 3 miles. So we won't be on here for long. Okay, according to Google Maps, that is the James River. So yes, we did see the James River. Here we go. And just like that, we are back on the Parkway. And that is the final time you will hear me say that in this vlog series. Because that is according to NPS site, this is the final detour of the northern bound way of the Blue Ridge Parkway. So it should be smooth sailing from here on out. Now we're at approximately mile marker 60 right now. But with the speed limit being 45 miles an hour, or with my lead foot, a little more than that, if I just drove straight through, I could get the Parkway done in about an hour and a half. But what's the fun in that? Besides, if I just drove straight through an hour and a half from now, that'll be about 5 o'clock. And the sun doesn't set till about 8 o'clock during this time of the year. So we've got plenty of time. We'll get this done tonight, but again, we're gonna take our time. We're gonna enjoy it. We're not going to rush through it. You should never rush through these things. We don't have anywhere to be. We don't have a hot date we need to get to. We don't have a job we need to get to. Oh shit, saying that out loud. I'm not beating too many allegations here. Now you may have noticed I haven't really been doing a lot of hiking on this deal because one, I'm not really that big of a hiker. I'm trying to change that, but at the same time, like when there's a lot of overlooks and a lot of stops that say hiking on there, like it has a sign that says there's hiking, but there's not a designated trail on there, and I'm a little bitch and I don't want to go off on a stray path. I'd rather have something, marked, especially since I don't have any bear spray and I don't know if the bears are out and about. Oof. That's why we're able to get it done so quickly. It's been a while since we've gone through a tunnel. Indian Gap parking area, 10-minute walk to Indian Rocks. Let's do it. A couple of miles up, there was a downed branch right on the road. It was on the other side, so it didn't really affect me, but there's a couple other cars coming, and I kind of did the thing that you do where you try and warn someone when a cop is coming, where you'll turn on your lights and flash them a couple of times. I did that. Hopefully they got the message and didn't, run into the downed branch. I think this is the top. Is it possible to climb up it without falling on my ass? Nope. I'm gonna go down. Remember what I said earlier about not wanting to go on trails that weren't like marked? Yeah, I amend that, and I'll include any that's doable in less than 10 minutes, because, hey, I'm back. Whetstone Ridge, 16 miles, Shenandoah, 45 miles. So, at a speed of 45 miles an hour, we are 1 hour away from ending the Blue Ridge Parkway. But, who's counting? With views like this, why would you rush through? Seriously. Well, I'm gonna put this down, and I don't know, we're gonna use this as some sort of album cover. Oh. Just going across that old rickety bridge here. Well, this is a popular area because I've literally 4 cars right here right now. You can imagine during the season it'll probably be a lot more than that. But that's a good sign. I'm not gonna lie, that put me in a really good mood. Like, if you've known me, you know that I grew up next to railroad tracks, and anything relating to locomotives is just, it makes me really happy. And also seeing, couples and like a family was there. It's a reminder that the Blue Ridge Parkway, even on off season, is still alive and well, and there's still interest in it. This last 20 miles of the parkway would be enjoyable, but this asshole back here is tailgating me. So it's kind of making it hard to enjoy it. Let me see if I can pull over here and just let them by. It would make my life a lot easier if they would just go by. There we go. In June and July, during corn chopping time, this cliff serves the folks in White Rock community as a timepiece. 20 minutes after sunlight strikes the rock face, dusk falls on the valley below. Poetic. This is Ravens Bridge Overlook. It seems so far away. And that, my friends, is another great road trip in the books. 455 miles later, give or take the detours and finding places to go busk and go DoorDash, we did it. Blue Ridge Parkway, another American bucket list item checked off. I'm sorry that I didn't get to every single overlook or stop, and I'm sorry I came when there was a bunch of stuff closed, but hopefully this has inspired you to want to go and do the Blue Ridge Parkway yourself. Final thoughts before we end this video. This was a great experience. If you're a nature lover, if you love the natural beauty of America, Blue Ridge Parkway is for you. I'm not a hiker myself. I did a little bit, but the hiker would definitely take a lot of pleasure from the Blue Ridge Parkway, especially if you give it like a full week and do all those trails. Like, I got through it in 3 days, well, 4 if you count for the day where we stopped in Nashville and went door dashing and busking. But this is one of the things that makes me love America, is that we have prioritized taking our national parks and preserving them. Although the current administration is walking back a lot of those right now. I won't get into too much of that, but you should definitely see them while they're still available. That's the main, what I'm trying to get across. And it's like right over there is Shenandoah Skyline Drive. We did a video of that already. You can click it. It's somewhere around on the end card. I don't know where it is, but if frugality-based travel is your type of thing, be sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got a bunch of other videos that we've done on this channel. In terms of America, we've done Route 66, including, Chicago, St. Louis, Oklahoma City, Amarillo, Albuquerque, Flagstaff, Los Angeles, Cape Canaveral, Talladega, Nashville, New Orleans, New York City. International, we've done Tijuana, we've done half of the UK, and there's a lot more of that where that came from. So anyway, I love y'all. I thank y'all for changing my life, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye for now.